What's going on, everybody? GentleBen94 here. Welcome back to Ben Builds. We are back on the Harrier. This is episode number 13, and we are moving forward at a pretty decent pace. We have about a week left to go before this has to be completed. So we're going to push forward today, get the future on, get the decals on, and the next episode of weather, and we'll release the final episode. We have to go ahead and start off with the canopy, though, today, guys. Want to get those masked and ready to go. Now, masking canopies is not really my favorite part of any build. It's tedious, it's time consuming, especially when you get canopies like, say, on a Stuka or, an ME110. They have a lot of frames you have to mask. To make your own, it can take a while. But luckily with the Harrier, it's just one bubble canopy. We're going to use our Tamiya tape, thinly sliced, to go ahead and make a frame around it. Then we'll come back and fill in the center section. So let's go ahead and get on this, get this thing done. Canopies are all masked. We are ready to move on to the next section. Now I plan on having this open right about there. So we're going to have to go ahead and make sure that the seat on the inside is properly detailed. At least detailed for what I want it to be. So that's where we're going to shift next. I want to go ahead and focus on the seat. Now this is how the seat stands right now. I did a little bit of work off camera. I painted the seat cushions a brownish leatherish color. We're going to put some belts on this thing using some Tamiya tape, get them all painted up, and see how this looks. It won't be perfect, but I think it'll be passable. So that was quite an experience, but this is how our seat looks right now. I went ahead and added in the seatbelt using our Tamiya tape, and I painted it a gray color. We also have a few little metal buckles that I've made. Real simple ones, you really can't see them, but they're there, and they're going to add a little bit of interest. So moving on now, we're going to have to go ahead and start overcoating this entire plane in Future. I love Future. It's going to be great. It'll really make all the colors pop, and it'll give it a nice protective coating. So we're going to put the time lapse in here. We're going to push forward. We're going to get this whole thing futured and ready to go. We'll pause the video, give it about 24 hours to dry, then be back and hit those decals. So the aircraft has been drying for about 24 hours. All the Future is ready to go. We're going to start putting on the decals now. Finish this thing off, get this thing ready for next episode, which would be the weathering and final reveal. As you can see, the Future is nice and dry. It's been cured. We are ready to go. I do have to fix the canopy masking. For some reason, the blue tape started coming up. So we're going to redo that before we go ahead and overcoat that. Now we're going to be doing the very first option here, and there are a lot of decals, guys. A lot of stencils, not a lot of major markings, just a lot of stencils. So we are all ready to go. I've got the major decals cut out of the sheet. I left all the stencils and things together because I don't want to lose any of those. We're going to grab our highlighter and we're going to get to decaling. We're going to put a couple of decals on. I'll show you how we come up with that. Then I'll give you a middle section where we have half of the model done, and then I'll give you the end section where everything is finished. On we go, guys. Let's get this thing done. So we have a few decals here on the top right side of the aircraft. And I have to tell you, so far they're going on decently enough. The future coat is nice and smooth, mirror finish. They slip and slide right where I need them to go. Then a little bit of microsol, a little bit of microset, Q-tip, and we are ready to rock. Decent start for sure. I've been working probably about an hour and a half, and we have the entire side and top and bottom of the Harrier finished. I really like this tail coat. I think this looks really awesome. I have to say, once you start putting on those decals, it brings so much life and character to your model. So this is looking really, really nice. The other side though, right side, the entire section has to be done. So we're going to get on that. I'll come back and I'll show you how we do. But so far, tedious, but it looks so nice. We also have to decal up the sidewinders. Now this kit has 2 sidewinder missiles and 2 drop tanks, but no other stores, which is kind of annoying. I really wish I had other weapons to put on this, but I don't. I'm going to be using a little bit of microset here to go ahead and get that decal down to the sidewinder. Sometimes decals can be a little difficult to get onto cylinder-shaped objects like these missiles, but a little bit of microset will really help. So we are good for tonight, guys. The decals are on. We're going to let those dry for about 24 hours, maybe 48 hours, depending on the humidity. Then we'll come on back, get this thing top coated and weathered. We have one more decal on the inside of the canopy to do, but that's okay because the chair is done. So we can glue the chair inside, hit that canopy decal, and put everything together. Also, we have a little bit of weathering to do, and I don't want to dirty this thing up too much, but I do want to give it a few rain streaks, a little bit of oil here and there, and just make it look kind of cool. So next episode, guys, should be the final reveal and a little bit of weathering here on the Hawker Harrier. I know this was a shorter episode this time, but really all I did was decal, and I didn't want you guys having to sit through the entire time. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you back on Friday for the final episode of the Hawker Harrier 50th anniversary buddy build. Until then, keep on building, and we'll see you soon.